How proud of your team's performance right tonight?
Aye, very. Great effort for him. Aye. Well, our goalkeeper didn't have too many saves. He'd certainly had a few, but he didn't have too many saves. Look, and being honest, if we'd like to have been a wee bit more adventurous, try to threaten their goal a bit more. But look, I'm not going to grate a bit much, if you know what I mean. In a perfect world, I'd have liked that, but the effort was fantastic. And there's excuses there. We hadn't a game for 4 weeks or something. We actually played a bounce game, closed doors, and got a sore one. But honest way, that's true. We lost 7 goals or something. So, well, it was a great response for him today. Delighted.
Did Martin O'Neill say anything to you at full time?
Aye, well, pleasant. Aye, as you would expect. Aye, really nice and complimentary.
The numbers to turn out, I mean, it must be a pride as well for yourself and for the club and for the town.
Brilliant, aye. And there was a lot of negativity because we were here, if you know what I mean, but it turned out a load of nonsense really, because they supported us in their numbers, aye, as they always do.
Is there a thought that if it was in Beachwood it might be a wee bit different?
Look, that's why we wanted it there. Well, I wanted it there. That was a disappointing thing at the time. But once it's decided, you're not going back, if you know what I mean. But aye, look, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just delighted with the boys' effort tonight.
As you said, you maybe don't want to be overcritical of everything, but then you said you want your team to be a bit more adventurous. You maybe take a sense of pride in how resilient your players were and how compact they were against the Celtic attacks coming at you.
Aye, of course. Aye, look, and it's no surprise really. Good characters in the side, but look, as I touched, we had a bounce game the other day there, just about 5 days ago, and we took a sore one. We lost quite a few goals, and we didn't really play as fluent as we'd have liked. But look, tonight they certainly showed a bit for me.
How's the players in there? How's the legs?
Aye, look, and there is, look, that's another thing that they're saying, can we get Tuesday off in there? And that's not going to happen, because you actually need to look at how many wins you've got. It's to do with the surface more. I always feel when you play and exert yourself like that on these surfaces, there's always wee niggles and injuries after the matches.
You put it in context what this time meant for the club financially, but exposure and what you guys have learned from it as well. How big is it been?
Aye, the financial side I know nothing about. That's been honest with you, but look, I think they showed us up in a good light tonight. That's one thing. Aye, and a lot of folk will be take note of that, I would imagine.
Tucker, the players deserve massive credit. You've been at this club for 20 years now. Where does this rank in moments for you? You had the day at Tynecastle, you narrowly missed the Ayr United result. Where does this rank for you?
Look, it's another good. Look, we didn't win. We're out, if you know what I mean. So it's no like that. We beat Ayr United. That's bigger for me. You know what I mean? You've got to get a result at the end. And I don't like to say glorious failure, but it's do you know what I mean? It's been a tight match. We've kept it tight. Would you just like to have threatened a wee bit more? But I'm not going to moan too much about it.
Now that this is past you, it's time to go and focus and try to win the league.
Look, win the next game. That's what I'm more worried about. If I'm honest with you, look, don't talk about leagues and that. Till you're in the race near the end.
Since the draw's been made, and it could well be once in a lifetime to play against a team like Celtic, so we really enjoyed it, and I thought the boys gave a great account of themselves.
Even in defeat, I'm sure you'll feel a great sense of pride, maybe not just for yourself, not for the players, but just everyone connected with Auchinleck Talbot.
Definitely, the club, the community are brilliant. It's their club, we're just playing for it, and the work that goes on behind the scenes is outstanding. It's just a shame that we couldn't play at home, but it's brilliant that they've all turned out in their numbers and we felt really, really well supported, so we thank them for that.
That's the point I was going to draw, and there might have been a sense of disappointment it wasn't played at Beachwood, but with the support that was brought in the two stands at Rugby Park today, it didn't feel like the magic was taken away from it.
I don't know, I still feel it would have been better at Beachwood. It's a special place to play, especially a tighter part would have definitely helped us, doing a lot less running. But to come here and play in front of sort of, was it 10,500 is something some of us might not experience again, so we enjoyed that as well.
To be in the game with 5 minutes to go as well, I mean, you really gave it your all.
No, I think so. Guys were throwing their bodies in the line. Obviously Celtic have got so much quality that they're going to put you under pressure, so to sort of ride the storm and still be 1-0, and even then Taneki's scored a great goal, so you sort of sometimes you need to hold your hands up, but I thought we defended really well, and we had maybe the odd chance. We knew it was going to be really hard to create chances, but I thought we done really well.
Do you think if the game had been played at Beachwood, it might have been a different outcome?
I think it's easy to say that now that we've played and we've done relatively well and defended well, but it definitely would have, I felt, would have been easier, and it would have been a different experience for Celtic. Celtic are used to coming here, and I know it's made of the plastic surface, like they're used to playing on that. It would have been uncomfortable for them at Beachwood coming in, and there's maybe only 4 showers and you're turning them on with a valve. I think that would have been something different for them. So.
Neil, how did you find that this evening?
Tough. Made a wee bit tougher. As Tucker said earlier, that we've not played a competitive game since the 19th of December, so we're on our feet, moving side to side pretty much the full 90 minutes, but unbelievably proud of the effort of every single player that donned the Talbot jersey this afternoon. I think everybody can walk away very happy with how they played.
What was the feeling like when you walk out of the tunnel and you see nearly 10,000 fans in the stadium? I imagine that's something quite rare for you guys.
Yeah, I had to take a wee moment just to try and take it all in. It's a special day with a special occasion. It's so proud to be the one that had the armband on and walk out as captain today, and Talbot's potentially their biggest game in their history, so aye, very proud day and so happy to be a part of it.
Did you have all your family you were watching today?
I had about 30 all in, so it made it even more special knowing that they were all in the stand supporting us, not just me, their support would have been for every single one of us.
I'm sure you would have expected that how much attack Celtic came at you, but you must be, as well as the pride as the result and the performance you put in, you must be taking a bit of pride on how compact and how resilient you were to those attacks from Celtic.
But our game plan was to force them wide, compact the middle and let them go wide and defend our box as much as we can. Wally was big for us when he had to be, when he had a couple of great saves, but on the whole I think for the front all the way through the back we defended really bravely and deserved it. It was 1-0 to the 85th minute, and then the boy that scored, it's a world day. That's just a moment where you need to applaud. It's pure quality, but very proud of how we went about it.
We were just talking to the manager there about big days Auchinleck Talbot have had, obviously today, your trip to Tynecastle and having parts at Beachwood, but do you even still think the win against Ayr United is still one of the biggest ones you've come up?
I think that will remain the biggest because we won that day. But if you're putting on the opponent, then you're not going to get bigger than Celtic. I know some folk will say differently, but for me it's probably the biggest club in Scotland, current league champions of the SPL, so I'm going to keep saying that. I'm just very proud of the showing that we put together in front of everybody today against them.
And after today, looking on to next week, you've got Thornywood in the Cup, and the game was postponed last week due to the weather, but is it just a case of now you go back to competitive action to kind of let the dust settle on this game?
We can't let today define our season. Talbot's built on success at our level, so we've got a long way to go. We've got a lot of games to play come the end of the season, so we need to remain focused that we want to go and win the league, the Junior Cup in the West, so we can take pride and enjoy the moment for the now, but come Tuesday when we're back at training, it's business as normal and back to what we can achieve domestically.
Do you think Hounds could have been a wee bit different if the game had been played at Beachwood?
I think so, just purely because it's a tighter park. They maybe wouldn't have had as much room to play, and it's our home ground. Every player takes comfort in being at their home ground. Rugby Park, I've only played on it twice, so it's not as if we're familiar with it. So I do believe we would have maybe been more of a threat going forward at Beachwood, but it's all hearsay, obviously. It get changed out with our hands. But given it was moved to Rugby Park, again, it's just pride with the effort we put on them outside there.
Ross, well done, man of the match. How did you feel you played tonight?
Look, as Nearly said, it was a tough game. They made us work hard. They've got some top quality players. for me it was just difficult. Boys are knocking the ball by you. You know they've got the pace to burn. Just try to do your best really to keep up with them, and I work hard for the team. But immensely proud of myself and all the other boys. You know, it was a great shift for us all, and 2-0's not to be sniffed at, I don't think.
Do you think we might have a chance there in the kind of last 5-10 minutes? It's still 1-0, starting to get a bit nervy at the Celtic back line.
I mean, we've done absolutely brilliant, I think, to keep it at 1-0. As I say, they've came up against a few teams, you know, in Europe and even in the league, and gave them a bit more of a doing than what we did today. But you're always thinking you're in it right to the end. But the boys just put one in the top bag, and there's not too much you can do about it. But to keep it to 2-0, I don't think a lot of people would have expected that. But look, boys worked solidly today, so performance to be proud of.
It just seems to be the word that gets passed around. We spoke previously, it's just pride, but maybe not just with yourselves and the rest of your teammates, but just everyone connected to Auchinleck Talbot.
Absolutely. I mean, everything the guys do at the club, the community, you know, everybody goes out their way to make sure that we're a close-knit team. We've got a great bunch of boys. The morale's high at the minute. You know, we need that to certainly come away with results like this, albeit a defeat. You know, the boys are in there still just buzzing with the performance, and as Nearly said there, got a few big performances that we need to be tight together to make sure we get through them.
You are very much in the higher reaches of the West of Scotland Premier Division, but taking away the performance from today, obviously you had to remain compact and very resilient against every Celtic attack. I'm sure you can take a lot of confidence that you are very close to tune at the top. You can maybe take that forward into the league as well.
Absolutely. Look, I mean, there's some top teams in our league as well, and certainly in the region. Whether it's cup, whether it's league, every game's competitive at this level. You know, so we just need to make sure that we're doing what we need to do, focus on ourselves, and then the results kind of take care of themselves. As long as we're working hard and doing the right things, that's all that matters to us.
This is obviously the first time that you've had a chance to play in one of these games with Talbot. How personally are you going to try not bring yourself back down to earth, if you will, going back into kind of domestic football?
Look, I think myself, as well as all the other boys, we just put 100% into every single game. As long as we are working hard, you know, that's what the gaffer always asks for. Just work hard, go and put a strong performance in. Don't wilt, you know, and it's a 90-minute match. You know, you need to keep going the full game, and look, whatever happens in the game happens. But performance to be proud of, definitely.
Obviously, you're a local boy yourself. How's the kind of feeling about the town? And well, I don't know if you heard from anyone already.
I've not been on my phone yet, no. But I can imagine there'll be a few messages. You know, all my pals turned out the day. A few boys for Aberdeen have come down. I had mates for England. Pretty much all over the country looking for tickets just to come up and support the boys. But look, in and around the community, there's flags out. There's people outside their windows, bunting everywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's just as you say, close community, and I think that's what makes it more special. You know, everybody wants to work hard for each other because of that.
How much is that kind of give you the feeling of wanting to do it again and be able to be in this position?
Absolutely, I think that's why you play football, innit? To be competitive and to make sure that you're winning titles. You know, you're winning games. We want to win every single game, every single competition that we're in. So that's all we can do is go out and work hard, and the performances take care of themselves.